Hey, welcome back, Veteran Nation fans. And today we are going to be going over something that happened to me recently, something that I still cannot believe happened. And it involves someone who's very high profile. This gentleman has over 1.5 million followers, but yet he feels the need to come after me and my little nonprofit and my little show here. And that person is Rick Wilson. Rick Wilson is a Republican pundit, I guess you could say. He also is very much a minor attracted person advocate. I say that because he's one of the founders of the Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project is a very anti Trump Republican group, and Rick Wilson started it. And what we've discovered since its founding, 4 years ago, or 8 years ago, actually, now I believe it is that it's really not much more than a way for older homosexual gentlemen to get into grooming relationships with young men who are very impressionable. And you're not going to believe the DMs I got from this guy. He's a very questionable dude. He hangs around very, I don't want to say nefarious, but definitely predatory people. People with a very low moral compass, which I find hilarious that they're against Trump for virtually the same thing. He said that someone needs to assassinate Trump. He's also stated that Roger Stone will be in prison before the end of the year. I had commented on something that someone posted, and he, with his 1.5 million followers, decided to slide into the DMs of me, of my Twitter account that has, I think, 1,800 followers right now. That's the most laughable thing to me. Yeah, let me get into some of these DMs because you're not going to believe it. Now, one thing I will say before we get started is he's been known for having some very questionable opinions about the South, and his wife especially has been very vocal. I definitely take him to task on those. So let's get into we'll get into the DMs here, and then you can judge for yourself. So as we go through these, I'm going to read in my voice, my text, and his text, I'm going to read in what I think his normal off-camera voice would be. There we go. You can see there's his account. It is verified, as you can see right here, Rick Wilson. Now, what the tweet was it said that he was under investigation for chatting with young boys. I don't know if it's true. Someone else posted it. I just commented and said I could absolutely believe that, knowing his past history of people that he's hung out with. Here's what he says to me. Totally untrue. You're being fed a lie by a guy who's just spent 20 months in jail for violent threats and fraud. What I send him next is it's a screenshot of something that he posted to his Instagram previously, where he was out on a day boating and he had a cooler with the Confederate flag on it, and it said the South will rise again. Now, I know a lot of people, the Confederate flag is kind of like a controversial thing. I've known a lot of people, black, white, who lived in the South who had the Confederate flag. That's not really what I have a problem with. It's the South will rise again. It's that the lost cause of the Confederacy. It's just these people who just want to keep pushing, oh, it wasn't about slavery. The same things that Nikki Haley got in trouble for here in the last month. And these people are big Nikki Haley supporters right now. So I posted that Instagram and I said, hey, I'm glad I got your attention. Will you disavow John Weaver and clarify if you believe that the South will rise again? John Weaver is the funder of the Lincoln Project. He gave money to get them started, and they found out that he had been using his positions to start talking with a young boy, grooming him at the age of 15 or 16, and then I believe it turned into a homosexual relationship after he turned 18. I'm not fully up on the story, but that's generally the gist. He was talking with this very young man, trying to groom him for sex. So that's what I said to him, and he goes, I disavowed John Weaver in January of 2021 when the story broke. And then I said, and the Confederacy? And he says, What you and Josh are asserting is that I am under criminal investigation for pedophilia, which is categorically untrue in every respect. I am not and have never been a pedophile. There is no such investigation. It is a lie, and a dishonorable lie. Josh is the criminal, spent months in prison for violent threats and fraudulently posing as members of the Trump family. Again, I don't know. I really don't care. Don't care one bit. Just a guy on Twitter. So then he gives me a couple links here, and I really don't care to look at whatever he's sending me. I just wanted my questions answered since he jumped in my DMs. I said, cool, so your thoughts on the new Confederacy? And then he posts a link to a YouTube article. This has always been my position on the Confederacy. Okay, so it's out there. So if you people want to go look, you can absolutely go look at what he sent me. I really don't care. I just think he is an absolute piece of crap. And I said, how is your racist wife? Are we ever going to see that movie you were making or the money from it? So he was going to do this anti-Trump movie, and he was out there grifting. He was out there, asking for people for money, taking donations and stuff. And we've never, ever seen the video. And I always have a problem with these people who are grifters. That's when I started doing this show. I said I would only do this show if I was doing it to help people. I am not one of these people. I'm not doing any of this for my own self-congratulations. I'm kind of a private person. I do like putting jokes out into the world. I do enjoy that. But I'm not one. I don't need the yeah, hoorah, pat on the back. I don't need any of that stuff. This guy is an absolute narcissist. I mean, why is he coming after me with my less than 2,000 followers? He's got 1.5 million followers. Why doesn't he just focus on them? Because he's a narcissist. A narcissist can never have someone saying bad things about them. They can't deal with it. That's why he's coming after me. And he says, "Do you believe I'm a pedophile?" And I say, I believe you definitely have worked with them, and that makes you suspect. I also think that makes you a rhino and a grifter. I absolutely do feel all of those things. I question anybody who, because the thing about it is he wasn't just working with one pedophile. There's been a lot of suspicious things that have been coming out of Project Lincoln. What's his name? Steve, I want to say Steve Smith. I know that's not it, but he's got an illiterate name where it's two S's. He also worked for the Lincoln Project. They were trying to cover up for Joe Weaver and their timeline when journalists started looking into it. It absolutely didn't make sense. So these people, they will absolutely try to cover for their friends, even when they know that their friends are just horrible people. And that Steve guy, he was John McCain's campaign manager, and we already have the video of Cindy McCain saying, oh yeah, we knew that Epstein was a pedophile. That was true for years. There was just no one to do anything about it. It's like, your husband was a senator. You're telling me a senator can't do anything about it? A senator can't pick up the phone and call the Department of Justice and say, hey, I know this guy's a pedophile, do something. And he says, and you said he's under investigation for chats with young boys and has a close relationship with older men who have taken advantage of younger men. So, again, I was going off of someone else's report about his investigation, but the fact that he has a close relationship with older men who have taken advantage of young men, that is a matter of record, okay? This is not even a question. This guy has worked with pedophiles. When that came out, what he should have done, and when instead of covering for John Weaver, what they should have done is said, you know what, all this is tainted, we're giving the money back, we're closing down this organization. But again, narcissists can't do that. Why would he ever give up the money? He's taken money for a movie that's never been made, and that no one has ever seen, as far as I know, has ever seen the accounting of that. So all these things I'm posting are from opinion based upon facts. It's not a far leap. If you tell me he's under investigation for talking with young boys, I am going to believe it. Why? Because of his past behavior. Everything goes right back to, okay, this guy's doing something that's not right. And I post, I'm going off what's posted publicly. And he says, by a lunatic, I defy you to find a single credible source making those assertions. There is not one. If he says that the assertion is not credible, just say it publicly. Why are you jumping in my DMs? I don't give an F what you have to tell me. I don't follow you. I don't care about you. I think you're a disgusting person. I've seen the things that you've said publicly, and I think you are just a miserable, miserable human being. That's what I think. And you hate Trump for the same things that I hate you for. I think you need to go away. I think you are absolutely leading people into very bad areas, and you're okay with very bad and illegal behavior when it's close to you. I put, you have previous public dealings with a homosexual abuser. Don't act as if a reasonable person wouldn't have reason to believe it. Additionally, you're a public figure. I doth believe you protest too much. Donald Trump partied with Jeffrey Epstein for years, and you're going to vote for him. I met Weaver once in person in my life. Anyway, I've got a plane to catch, so this is the end of this chat. Uh-huh. Friendly advice, don't request a seat next to a child. He says he met Weaver once. You took the guy's money. You took his money. And after you found out this is what he was doing, you didn't give him his money back? Yeah, that's because you're a grifter. You are absolutely a grifter. That's where the DMs then end. This guy who, he's a big high profile guy in the Never Trump movement, and he's got a lot of connections in the Republican Party, but yet I see something where it says he's under investigation. I say, yeah, I can absolutely believe that. And he wants to come after me and our nonprofit. Dude, I am not a grifter. Whatever money I get in through this nonprofit, I'm getting to veterans. I don't want this money. I want to give it out there. I want to help people. You are not helping anyone. All you are doing is trying to help you and your wife's bank account, and I think you are despicable. But with that said, I want everybody, if you can, go to our website. You can see it here, veterannationfoundation.com. I'm going to highlight a couple of our t-shirts. We sell t-shirts, and with all of our shirts, you can, buy a shirt that, you'll enjoy and whatnot. A portion of the proceeds is going to come back to us. It's going to help veterans. And I want to show you this one here because these are the most topical ones we have. So we have this one. That's our Pax Romana shirt. And as it says, as people have been talking about the Roman Empire, this says, keep calm and think about the Roman Empire. So that's a really fun shirt that we have. And then this one here, that with Alec Baldwin, with his legal problems, we support him in his fight to keep Old West justice out there. So there you have him, and you, ladies and gentlemen, you should absolutely comply. This is a great t-shirt if you are in New Mexico and you've been called for jury duty and you don't want to stand on the jury. Absolutely buy and wear this shirt. You will 100% not be selected for that jury, I guarantee you. So these are the type of things that we have out there. I do like this one here. This one's for the ladies. It says, this is my rape whistle. So we've got some good things out there. Like I said, you'll get a shirt. We also have hats and mugs and stuff. But go to veterannationfoundation.com. And by doing that, you can support us. I'm just trying to get back here to me. If I can do it. There we go. So there we are, back to me. So veterannationfoundation.com. You can buy a t-shirt. If you buy our logo shirt, well, actually, if you buy any of our shirts, you can choose to give more money to the nonprofit. If you saw my video, we took a $265 check, and we were able to give that to a school that has a lot of veterans and military's children. So these are the type of things that we want to do with this, and I'm glad that we're finally in a position where we can start helping people. But we want to help more. So please go buy a t-shirt from us, support us. I highly recommend you stay away from people from the Lincoln Project, especially if you're a young man between the ages of 14 and 18. I don't want to see anyone taken advantage of. And for Mr. Rick Wilson out there, you, sir, are a complete and total POS. That's all I have for today. As always, I want to thank you for watching our show, and thank you for being worth serving.